What's up, y'all? It's me, yes, the Herman Star, back again with another video. As I stated, one of y'all's readings last week, I was going to do these lunar eclipse readings for 3 signs, and one of the signs I'm going to do a reading for today is Gemini. So if you have Gemini in your chart, sun, moon, or rising, this is for you. Hold on, let me get a sip. All right. So for those who want, I guess, a brief education on what this lunar eclipse in Pisces symbolizes. I know it's in Pisces. It's not in Gemini. It's in Pisces. But there's something that all the signs can learn from it. And again, Gemini, you're one of the signs that the universe wanted me to read for today. So as far as some of the themes of a Pisces lunar eclipse, there's emotional release. So pretty much letting go of that emotional baggage. Heavy on if whatever you feel, not masking it, not doing anything to try to, well, let me not say not do anything to suppress it, but don't suppress it, really. But don't, try to, like, if you want to cry right now, don't stop yourself from crying, pretty much. Express those feelings. If you're feeling super joyous about something, it don't matter if you're out in public or if, you're around negative Nancy's, be happy. Express that joy. You know what I'm saying? Do that. Don't hold your emotions back. Release them. That's one of the themes. Another theme is spiritual awakening. So it might be that case for a lot of people. I know, especially with how times are now, a lot of people are moving away from the church and moving away from organized religion or mainstream religion, and they're going into more so stuff like spirituality, tarot, and things of that nature, or they're exploring other avenues, whatever the case is. This seems to be a time that it's going to be heightened as well. All right, one's intuitions and dreams. What I have here in my notes: trusting your intuition and paying attention to your dreams, and that can provide like some positive and key in valuable. Let me put it that way: valuable insights on just your life in general. Healing and compassion. It's a time to focus on self-care, healing, and extending compassion to others. I don't know why. Throat's all stuffy and all that. I'm not sick of anything, but we'll continue. All right, so making sure you're doing that. And last but not least, surrender. This is definitely something that I still need to learn to do, but letting go of control, pretty much letting go of control of the flow of life. And just like with the emotions, letting life flow. Let life flow the way that it's going for you right now. All right. Now, I'm not saying don't take care of responsibilities. I'm not saying don't do anything. But if something is going a certain way, it's likely because it's that time. And it's likely going that way because it's supposed to, or that's just how life is going. And you trying to control it, trying to make it things differently is just gonna mess with the flow state of what this lunar eclipse, this Pisces lunar eclipse is. So, take all that in mind. Now, with that being said, let's get right into your reading, Gemini. This is your general read for this time. If you would like a private reading, a personal reading, you're able to do so. All you have to do is shoot me an email. You can find my email in the description box, okay? Just remember, and always remember, that we will never communicate anywhere outside of email. I would never email you first as well. If anybody does communicate with you or message you outside of email claiming to be me, offering anything, It's a fake. Anybody emails you claiming to be me, offering something, that is also a fake as well. This card is being showing up in reverse for a lot of people, you know. So we'll get to the rest of the reading though. Okay. All right. So Gemini, we start off with the Six of Cups in reverse. So, this, like I said, you have to be vulnerable that at this moment in time. You know, just this is the opposite of that. This is you not opening up. And it's, as I was just reading, one of the themes for the Pisces lunar eclipse is for you to release those emotions. You know, especially if you want some type of companionship or friendship with somebody, partnership, whatever that is, it's going to entail you to be vulnerable about that and let those feelings flow. And, you know, surrender was, like I said, the last theme. However it goes, don't try to control the situation. You can only control your part in it. So let your emotions be heard, but don't try to force that other person to feel the same way. Don't try to force that other person to respond in the way you would like for them to respond to that situation. You know, that's what I'm getting with this card here. And again, be open about how you feel. Again, if you want to cry, let it out. If you want to joy, let it out. If you're angry, let it out. You know? But again, you can't control how they respond. You can't control how you all's relationship ends up being after you expose your feelings. But it's not, I'm not saying don't expose them, because do that. This is a reminder, and again, a Pisces lunar eclipse is a reminder to do that as well. This was the card I was talking about, by the way, though. When I said it's been showing up in reverse for everybody, this is the Two of Pentacles. So for a lot of people, you know, and I feel as though like quite the few readings I did when this showed up for folks, it showed up in this position. And it's just, no matter if you're a Gemini, Scorpio, whoever else it showed up for, you might have those other signs in your chart, you know, that it showed up for. And it just so happens that, you know, this and the other readings resonated with you. Go watch them if you know, feel as though that is the case. But again, this is overextending yourself. This is you needing to reprioritize some things as well. When, you know, we're still in Virgo season, but at the tail end, pretty much, or at the end, the finish line. But when the Virgo new moon happened, one of the themes of that, when I did the video on that, was about prioritizing and getting things all together. And maybe this has been showing up because, yes, the Virgo new moon is, you know, that was that. But, you know, it's still, I like, this might be a lingering message that has, you know, lingered on. That people need to get their stuff and their priorities in order, essentially. So, Gemini, if this fits for you, then whether this happened in the Virgo new moon or the Pisces lunar moon, it looks like prioritizing and getting things in order is what you need to do at this moment in time as well. You do have the Hierophant. All right, so this is definitely a good card to have, definitely in this position, but also in the reverse, in my opinion, as well. The Hierophant symbolizes tradition and someone who is, you know, someone who is following their morals, someone who isn't afraid, you know, of actually sticking to their moral code, you know. And this is a great card to have any time of year, whether it's a full moon, half moon, quarter moon, whatever the case is. You know, I feel as though having this in your reading no matter the sign, of course, it's a great thing to see, depending on what the rest of the reading goes or how the rest of the reading goes, of course. But I feel as though that with this one, you have two more cards after this. With this isn't necessarily a bad thing. It's not saying that you're too much into you're too stubborn, essentially. That's not what it's saying, like you're too rigid. It's saying that at this moment in time, during this lunar eclipse, again, listen to what the themes of the Pisces lunar eclipse is. But don't forget that you, Gemini, have your own moral code, and follow that. Follow that as well. Don't abandon it. Again, you do need to reprioritize some things, even if it is, working on this, your morals and your like what you believe in. Prioritize it. Stick to it. Simple as that. All right. Next, you have the Knight of Pentacles. So, someone who is disciplined, someone who is practical, reliable as well. Gemini, it just seems as though like the message of getting your stuff together is going to lead to you on a positive path. Of, again, you being standing in your morals and you being disciplined as well. So keep going, keep at it. Don't shy away. And it all starts, like I said, with this Six of Cups in reverse, though. As long as you know that now is not the time to go and repress emotions and things of that nature, that it all starts with you being honest about yourself and honest about how you feel, whatever the situation is. It starts with that energy, and all this positivity is going to come from it if you are open to letting go of that emotional baggage, essentially. So your last card is the Ace of Swords. Again, mental clarity, new ideas and breakthroughs. And again, this happens when you open up. Mental clarity happens when you are able to sit back, surrender, and say, okay, I don't know, or surrender and take the time to go within. It happens when, again, you're not closing yourself off. This is closing yourself off, but when you're not moving in this type of reserved energy, you're not moving like this, then all the positive possibilities that's in this reading is it's open for you, Gemini. You just have to be open to it. And it starts with you being open about your emotions, especially during this time, because they're going to be heightened. You know what I'm saying? During this time, it's going to be heightened for those who have Pisces placements, or just those who are just, for certain signs as well. But like, even if you are someone, you might have Pisces placements, or you might not. But this is still a good reminder to open up, because it just seems as though with this reading here, it's saying that once you start to open up and you are being real about your emotions, despite what might happen afterwards, again, you can't control someone else. You can't control their actions. You can't control that. But that doesn't mean that if they decide they don't want to deal with you, or they can't handle you when you are moving in this, when you are moving in this and you're not repressing emotions and things of that nature, right? If they can't handle you that way, they just made way for, more people in your life that's going to see the you that is abundant, the you that is able to open up to people and be honest. And you're probably going to be good people who reciprocate that. So that's what I have for you, Gemini. Once again, this is your general reading for the Pisces Lunar Eclipse. Hope you enjoyed your reading. Let me know if you would like a personal reading, once again, you could do so by emailing me, and you can find my email in the description box right there. Yeah, email me. I would never email you first. I will never message you outside of social media, or and social media, because we will message outside of social media, but only email. So excuse me, that's the only way you can book a reading. And yeah, subscribe to the pod. I keep wanting to call it podcast. I am starting a podcast that is spiritual based, but we'll get more into that soon or so. But subscribe to the channel, like, share, all that good stuff. Leave a comment below, and until next time, until next video, you see me when you see me. Peace out.